5 ends in one tournament. So our first full game together was the first game here. I mean, I was nervous going out there, but I think I would be regardless, kind of having that first big game in a year at the Scotties on such a big stage. But we've been putting in a lot of practice over the last year when we had ice, and it just felt really good to get back out there.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, we didn't get a lot of games for games in necessarily, but we were able to put a bit of training in early on in the year when things were still open. And then when they've opened up, and thankfully we have Zoom and things like that we can have team meetings and really dive in as much as we can and as much as COVID allowed for us to prepare for this. And so we felt really excited coming in here. Obviously, we were all nervous when you don't have any games under your belt and it's been a year, but everyone's in the same boat pretty much. And we've all been there before. We've all been in finals and been in pressure-filled situations. So it was a really exciting kind of feeling coming to the rink yesterday, and finally we're allowed to curl. So it was kind of a really fun experience.
I have read 200 pages of a book in the last couple of days. So I've been reading a lot. I mean, we haven't really been able to hang out much just with the protocols and all of that. But when we can, we'll spend a little time together. And I don't know if we're allowed to play games, so we haven't done that yet. I don't think we can. But just we all kind of are doing our own thing in our own rooms and yeah, taking it in stride really, because it changes every day.
Yeah, we kind of have to eat in our rooms, and things are definitely a little bit different than before. I mean, there is a little bit more downtime. So personally, it's not a bad thing that we don't have to run around from restaurant to different requirements and things like that. So the downtime is definitely nice. Obviously, we wish that friends and family could be here. That's definitely something that we're all missing right now. And then obviously hanging out with your team in the room, things look quite a bit different. So team meetings, and then thankfully there's virtual games online that we can play together individually in our own rooms.
Sarah, what book are you reading? I have to ask.
Where the Crow Dads Sing. I think that's the title of it. It's good. I recommend it. Yeah, well, I'm really happy that they get to be here and get to compete. I mean, kind of bad luck how the cards fell for Rochelle and Dana with their team not getting into the bubble, but I'm glad that they're here and that Chelsea is able to skip Tracy's team. I think it's really good for all of them, and just nice for everyone to be able to curl and see familiar faces.
Gonna say I don't know what kind of mental break that is. No, it's good. Like, it keeps me busy for sure. There's never a dull moment. If he wasn't here, I'd probably just be lounging around watching Free Britney documentaries. So he at least keeps me really on my toes and busy, and it helps to have Jeff here. But we're just keeping a baby alive every day is pretty much what I'm here doing, and curling in between.
All right, Rachel.
Well, I have a little guy at home, so this is like nice. I'm like napping, I'm sleeping in, I'm watching my Netflix. So I'm doing all the things and just chilling in my room. It's great.
Yeah, we did get her into the very last end, but I think it says a lot, not just about our team dynamic, but about Dana. She's doing an incredible job at that coaching role that she's kind of taken on, and she's really enjoying it. And we're learning so much from her and getting so much out of her in that position. So I think she can see that we're gelling out there for sure. And that's just, I think, really big of her to see that out there and be like, no, I'm good here. I'm good in my position. So I think that says a lot about everyone. And it's our third competitive game since the Scotties last year. So obviously shot making can improve. There's some little things here and there that we can improve on to make a few more shots. But I think what's going really well is our attitude about that. We're learning from every miss that we have, and we're not letting those misses get to us. We know they're going to happen. We're very cool about them. We chit chat, we figure it out, and we don't miss another one. So I think that's what's working. And hopefully that means we have a few more misses as the games go on. Yeah, I think I'm the only one who has a baby here, so I'm very unique in that sense, and it's unique to me. I was kind of hoping I'd get a test event to have my baby with me at an event
Yeah.
before coming straight to the Scotties, but such is life these days. So, we're figuring it out. I think every day we get it in a little bit more of a routine, and he's getting a little bit more used to being here in a different place, and so that's better for him too. So, we're getting there. This was an early morning this morning, but it's good.
First of all, I'm feeling much better. Thanks for everybody's concern. And thanks to Curl Canada for having such good protocols in place. They took really good care of me. They had the doctor come up to the room. And so, yeah, they are doing a fantastic job. So it was just a stomach bug. I'm COVID clear. Test results came back this morning. So it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, the difference this game is we came out stronger after the fifth end. Our first game against Northern Ontario, we played a really well first 5 ends and we came out really flat in the last half. And we were still flat and we still felt like we controlled the game. I just missed a few key shots later in the game, and today we can still improve. We had the entire day, we all sat in our hotel rooms for a full day yesterday. We never left our room once, and we had to go out on our balconies just to get some fresh air. So it was a long day. So we were just really happy to be back out on the ice today, and it felt great. And we have our makeup game tomorrow morning, so we have a 2-game day. Yeah, most teams have been able to gather and we haven't been able to because of Joanne being sick. So we've all still been alone in our rooms. We had one team meeting after our Northern Ontario game that night, and that's been it. We haven't seen each other except on the ice. So it's been a little different for us than other teams, but we're excited to gather in a room today with social distancing and masks, but we have lots of games, and Shona has been doing a puzzle. My brother's family, Kevin, dropped off a puzzle for us. So I think she finished it yesterday. So, we all have little things that we're trying to do to keep mentally sound. And, it's been good. We've still been doing Zoom calls, and I've been talking to John Epping a little bit, and he's been keeping me focused. So it's been good.
Yeah. I was kind of out of it yesterday, so I didn't mind being stuck in my room so I could recover. I was pretty glad for that. Even though I knew right away it wasn't COVID, it was just a stomach bug, but I was appreciative that I didn't have to play because I'm not sure I had a lot of energy. So basically I just took advantage of that and slept a lot yesterday to regroup for today. So luckily that worked because we came out firing because we were excited to get going.
Losing that game to Northern Ontario our first night, Friday night, was tough. We really felt like we should have had that one. And then, we had a team debrief, and then we all went to bed. And after losses like that, you just want to get back out on the ice. And our coach, Jim Waite, sent me a text yesterday morning saying we have a problem. And I was like, what could be wrong? And then I found out Joanne was up all night sick. So it was tough. We didn't really know what the protocols were because the 3 of us, Margot, Shona, and I, just assumed we could play with 3. And we didn't, but at that point we had no idea what the protocols were, and we were ready to go with 3. But in this case, we were informed that if one team member is sick, you all have to be isolated. So even if we had a 5th player, I know we got a lot of questions about not having a 5th with us, but it wouldn't have mattered. We weren't able to play anyways. So, which is good, because if Joanne's sick, odds are we might be sick. You just don't know. So, yeah, so we were literally stuck in our rooms for another day.
Yeah, and I got the COVID test, and unfortunately I didn't get the results till this morning, but I was feeling better already. And I basically knew that they weren't really COVID symptoms, but yeah. So I was there for the girls if they had to go on. And I was actually surprised too that they couldn't, and they have been used to playing with 3 up north. So they were comfortable with it, but then again, rules are in place and safety comes first. So yeah, we did that.
Who wants to go first? I think once we're now getting into the heavy part of the week, we're not going to have to look for those, distractions as much. We're pretty used to just taking that extra time to rest as much as we can. It's it's fun to have curling on TV when we're back in our hotel rooms, and just watching that is something that we've missed a lot. So even that is something that just brings up your mood. But we do have a lot of Netflix shows teed up and books and whatnot as well.
Yeah, I've been definitely doing a lot of FaceTiming with my family. And yeah, now that we're getting heavy into the week, just, yeah, still having that downtime and just, yeah, watching lots of Netflix.
All right, I have to ask, what's the go-to Netflix show?
Yellowstone for me.
So Amazon Prime,
Yes.
technically.
Sorry, yes. Yeah, it definitely changed our day. We seem to have a lot of hiccups along the road, but it was nice that we got out to go and practice and get a good 25 minutes in. So that was helpful.
Too bad we had the Monday off in the first place, so it's not like we've got a two game day tomorrow now. So aside from the kind of somewhat back-to-back nature of having an evening game and then right on in the morning, I think that's the only significant change.
Definitely, like, we've had a lot of challenges as a team in this last year. So just going forward, just really taking one game at a time and focusing on what we need to do to prepare for our next games.
Thanks. I see Jason Bell with his hand.
I mean, we were so fortunate to be able to have her join our team. She brings so much to the table. She's super analytical, and so that's something she's instilled in us a bit. I think the three of us are a little bit more of gut players, and so she brings in that clarity that we need at times in games when, you know, we need to be smart about certain things. So that's a really big asset to have.
Yeah, I wish I would have had that opportunity that young, but it's great. It's a great learning experience for them. Playing Zacharias our first game, and they're great throwers. They're junior champs. It's like, so, you know, like, they have such a great future ahead of them. And same with Peterson. They've been together for such a long time. We've always had good games against them. And they were making shots out there today and really putting the pressure on us. And we really had to capitalize and make those big shots when we needed them.